Right, this is happening. Head in the game.
Tin Can Challenge is a completely different mind frame.
Oh.
Boys, you've got cloche A, B and C in front of you. You need one tin from under each cloche. It's a game of grabs.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Lift the cloche. Now!
No! No! I don't even know what that is, but it's got a fish on it.
Mine says liver spread.
Oh.
Good. That's decision number 1. Cloche B. Lift in 3,
lift.
2, 1.
Garden eggs.
What is-
Aubergine in brine.
A phallic-looking bok choy.
This is definitely a game
Pickled
of
lettuce.
work out what it is, what it's similar to, and get creative. You've got one more cloche. Cloche C. Lift in 3, 2, 1.
Oh!
I've got condensed milk.
This is hard enough as it is.
We're going to give you 30 minutes, and that includes tasting and thinking time to put together a dish. You may not have cooked with any of these ingredients before, but they will all have similar characteristics to something you are familiar with. That's the game at play. Your 30 minutes starts now.
I wanted beans and sweet corn.
I wanted anything but any of these. Oh, okay.
What? That is not what I expected.
So it's very oily fish. That's very subtle, actually. It's quite meaty.
It's Dace.
That's actually delicious. Okay, that's good. I was expecting it to be really, really fishy.
I've opened my pickled lettuce and it's delicious. Not as pickly as I was expecting in terms of it's more on the sweet side than it is on the salty side.
So think kind of more like bok choy, pak choy.
Yeah.
It's those crunchier stems of those, or the base of those leafy greens.
Let's try our garden eggs. Also delicious. And the brine is not too briny, not too acidic. Okay.
Then I've got palm nut pulp. It's not as nutty as I'd expect. It's got nut in the name. Very earthy.
Condensed milk with cardamom. That is creamier and cardamonier than I expected, and a lot less sweet than I expected.
Oh, the liver is lovely.
It's basically pate in a tin.
I think I might have an idea.
Excellent. Well, you've both had an open and a taste. Started to hatch a plan. As always, you've got access to the dry store and a few basic ingredients if you need them. You've got 22 minutes left.
I'm thinking of maybe putting my garden eggs or my aubergines in and making like a cream spinach, but creamed aubergine. Using the cardamom, perhaps a little bit of tarragon. I think the fish will actually go with those flavours. I just don't really know what to do with the fish. I might even just flake it. But that's not much of a substantial dish. We are fully experimenting here, guys. I'm not going to add any more flavour to that until I've got some sort of mushy sauce that I can then perhaps puree to get a nice consistency if need be.
That's where all these ingredients you're going to have to think about what characteristics do they have, and is that one I want, and therefore how can I add that to a dish, add something to it, or change it? Baz, you fetched a few ingredients. What are you thinking?
As soon as I got liver, and as soon as I got the pickled vegetables, my head went towards a banh mi of sorts.
Yeah?
Lovely.
So the pickle is a lot sweeter, so I need to create something a little bit more sour to go with it, to balance it. The liver is a fantastic spread to put in my banh mi buns. The palm nut, slightly more tricky, but I think it needs a little bit more sweetness and a lot more spice. So I might make that into my sauce.
So you're going to be a sauce in a banh mi?
Yeah, so basically that's going to be the spicy sauce on top of my
Oh, I turned that on by accident.
soy glazed bacon.
Okay.
I'm basically making a bacon sandwich.
Liver and bacon is a great combination, so that's a good shout. And you're using bread as a kind of vehicle to trap it all.
Yeah.
So that is not a pleasant texture. So we are going with the plan to puree it.
When we saw those aubergines, there were lots of things that sprung to mind, like baba ganoush, again, where you're kind of blending it with garlic and herbs and yogurt. Are you serving it wet, or are you using that as an ingredient in something else?
I don't quite know. I thought maybe as a sauce, but I also wondered whether I could put something, whether I could use it to make something like polenta, or I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm just going to use it as a thick sauce.
Oh no, I stopped focusing on my bacon. I think I burnt my bacon.
Got 15 minutes left.
Oh my goodness, there are fish bones everywhere in this.
Try one.
Oh, actually fine.
Often very small fish that have been canned, the bones are so fine that they're not really a problem. Take out the main core, which you've done, the main spine, but all those tiny little bones may not be an issue. Baz, you've gone bacon round 2.
Bacon round 2.
Is that because you're not happy with the first?
First one was too bitter.
Very expensive, lovely bacon we gave you, and you wasted it.
No, I haven't wasted it. I reckon I can save it for another thing. I think it's savable, just not for this dish.
Just not good enough for your dish, so somebody else can have it.
No, it won't. It will just ruin this dish. It's savable for something else, I'm sure.
Do we have any greenery or anything?
We have some lettuce, we have some rockets, we have some spring onion.
Give us a cabbage.
Don't do a quick pickle, Michael.
I'm not doing a quick pickle. Like, I've gone properly off piece now.
So your aubergine milk, you're now using as the basis for a batter.
Yeah, and cabbage, because you know I love okonomiyaki.
He's making an okonomiyaki
Mate,
with
bold.
aubergine flour.
Bold! Maybe foolish.
And we know that okonomiyaki loves the addition of maybe some pork, some fish, some scallops or prawns.
Oh my goodness. Stop flapping, Mike.
Lots of flapping. You're moving stuff around to move it back again at the moment. Take a breath and think, what's next? What do you need? Think your cabbage to batter ratio is out by a factor of 10.
I need a lot more cabbage. You
Yeah.
are correct.
Or a lot less batter.
My tarragon's going in, but only a little bit because we know it's very powerful.
So Baz, you've got your pickledness, you've got your liverness, and you've got your baconness. Anything missing?
Now I need to make my spiciness.
Right, here we go.
Just stealing some of Mike's spring onions. How long left, Chef?
Not long enough.
7 minutes.
Oh dear.
So now I understand the flavours going on. All I'm trying to do is lift them a little bit. My palm nut puree is now being mixed in with sriracha. The spiciness brings that to life. I've got my pickled lettuce in with carrots, rocket for pepperiness, mint again to freshen it up, sweet and salty bacon from the soy and honey, and then the liver as a base, keep it as is, toasted buns, all I have to do now is construct.
Looks like it's beginning to stick together though. One confident flip soon will probably do it. I don't think it's a spatula flip, I think it's a confident toss with the handle.
Do you reckon?
You've got to mind the oil in it.
This is going to go very wrong, everyone.
Oh!
Perfect. So often that one swift movement is going to be easier than a really kind of tentative use of spatula.
It's a bit soggier than I'd expect.
Well, that's because it's not quite cooked through. Bearing in mind, it's got a lot of moisture coming out of the cabbage, but also you did have the moisture of the aubergine in it, as well as the flour and the egg. You did it by eye, which is fair in this challenge, but therefore it won't necessarily be the most perfect consistency. Barry is constructing his kind of banh mi inspired dish with very different ingredients, granted, but all the same elements. Barry's plating up. He's got 2 minutes left.
Oh no. This is where the jeopardy comes in.
Yeah.
This is more of an omelette than an
Mate, look
okonomiyaki.
great.
I'm going to have to flip it again.
Michael, you've done it once. Don't push it up.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Top looks good. You've got a minute. So far, you've used 2 of your ingredients. You need to make sure the fish and everything else gets on the plate. Heavy on the toppings. He's got his dace. He's got spring onion. He's going a triple sauce, perhaps. A little bit of spice, a little bit of fat, a little bit of smoky sweet barbecue. And he's got 26 seconds to do it.
Michael, what are you doing? Sesame seeds?
Yes! Sesame seeds!
I don't know where they are.
Sesame, sesame, sesame. Anyone? You're helping me.
Sesame.
No!
10.
I don't know how to
9,
use this thing.
8, 7,
What is that?
6, 5.
Just give me sesame
4,
seeds!
3, 2, 1. Nothing wrong with that gadget. Nothing wrong with that plate of food. Let's get them in the sexies.
So do yours.
Great job.
For 20 minutes, I'm not sure what we picked the right sort of level to aim at. It feels like.
Got there in the end.
Yeah.
Oh, Jens, I think you did exactly what we were hoping to see out of Normal's brains, which is, I don't know what this ingredient is, what is it like, what can I do with the thing that it's like? And you've both come up with dishes that are familiar and yet completely different because of the ingredients you've been given. I think it's great. Okonomiyaki style dish with the aubergine cardamom milk as the base, and then your fish on top, and the trio of sauces.
Your fish is kind of replacing your usual bonitos.
Yeah.
Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's great.
Absolutely delicious.
Wow.
Well,
that actually
Absolutely
worked.
delicious.
I love that fish as well.
The fish is amazing.
Yeah, beautiful.
I actually got really lucky because the aubergines tasted amazing, the fish tasted amazing, and the condensed milk was amazing.
And what you've got is the cabbage in the batter that's kind of steamed and cooked, but still got a slight bite to it, and then these lovely crispy bits around the edges.
What we always struggle with in tin can challenges is making things feel fresh. The stuff that came in your tins already felt quite fresh.
We didn't even address the fact that they're garden eggs. They look like that, and that's why the Americans call them eggplants, rather than aubergines. Because they look like eggs when they grow on the tree.
Of course. Excited for this, Baz.
Barry's made a bacon sandwich.
Yep, I have.
I love it.
Close my sandwich, turn it over, give it a slice.
Again, you've taken the acidity of the pickle, lettuce, with the richness of a liver spread, a little bit of spice. For me, the challenge there was the palm nut puree.
Yeah.
Or pulp, because it's quite earthy, it's got a sweetness to it, it is quite sort of oily as well. Let's see how it eats together. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Very well.
That liver spread, it's liver and other offal, it's quite offally.
Yeah.
But with the carrot, the rocket, the little sprigs of mint in there, and the pickled lettuce, it's actually really lovely and fresh. What did you use the bacon?
Soy and honey.
The sweet glaze on the honey is that little bit of pizzazz that actually almost balances out all those other flavours.
What it is a balance of wonderful textures and flavours, and you've kind of recreated that. The only thing maybe a little bit missing is like the fish sauce kind of element that is that sort of umami. You've got a little bit of soy in there, and to be honest with you, your liver spread is giving you that kind of real richness. It's lovely.
You've got to pick a loser, Ebbers.
Yep, important.
Which puts me in a tricky situation. Who's the biggest loser?
All we care about.
They're both great dishes and really beautifully, simply applied. And that I do like.
The methodology wasn't simple in my perspective. It was a journey.
Watching it unfold, a bit different. As is always the case in these pressured challenges, silly mistakes creep in. Burning bacon.
Yep.
Bacon out. Oh dear. Oh no, that's actually terrible. But the end result's brilliant. My winner today, by a very small margin, and comment down below if you agree or disagree, who do you think should win? But my winner today is the okonomiyaki.
Yeah, I agree.
With the fish
I really
and
agree.
those, I mean, it's
brilliant.
super simple.
Brilliant. I am the loser.
A good use of cardamom milk
Yeah, yeah.
and aubergine to make a batter around cabbage. Inspired.
I don't think there was a loser there because they were both actually very, very good dishes. I think we've done really well. So
Yeah.
great job, mate.
Fair play, fair play. Do you enjoy watching these tin can challenges? If you do, I'm sure we'll make some more. But only if you tell us, you have to do that in the comments.
I find it weird when he's nice.
Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable. The gracious winner. Disgusting.
Good boys.